I and my husband suffered and battled with staphylococcus infection for so many years, it affected my marriage and really ate into our finances. We were unable to sustain tangible savings due to frequent purchase of medicines and regular hospital visits. The infection affected our health so much that we suffered painful symptoms including infertility, even though the doctor told us that staphylococcus sometimes doesn't really cause infertility, especially if it has not been residing in the body for long. I suffered from severe itching and discharges while my husband suffered from unpleasant discharges and worm-like movements in some parts of his body. I also had painful and odd-colored periods. My doctor recommended a very powerful antibiotic and also placed both of us on some injections. But despite all of this recommendations and close monitoring, we did not get desired results. All our invested efforts, money and time yielded no result. Instead, the infection was going back and forth. There were times we thought it was all over only for the symptoms to resurface after a few months, and at a point we almost lost all hopes, especially after I read online that Staphylococcus aureus and E. coli are two of the most common infections affecting couples in Nigeria with high resistance to antibiotics. We kept visiting hospitals and doctors until I met a health expert, Mr. Charles Ogbonna, who recommended a herbal treatment that has helped some men and women treat infections like staphylococcus, urinary tract, gonorrhea, syphilis and other infections. The herbal remedy is formulated to treat it from the root cause of the problem and put an end to the infection in the body system. I pleaded with my husband to let us give it a trial because he was already tired of the no desired result situation we had experienced in the past, the pains and the financial implications. After he agreed, we placed the order and started treatments with the product as instructed, while also avoiding unprotected intercourse. After weeks of usage, our signs and symptoms began to diminish, and after completing the full treatment we waited 2 weeks and then proceeded to a test lab for checkup. The results yielded no growth after the incubation period and we were happy. We waited for 2 months again before going for another test and the results were the same. The infection has been cleared away from our body system. We were so happy that we couldn't keep our findings to ourselves and decided to share with other people passing through the same situation. The answer to our problems was a non-toxic herbal remedy that helps to flush out stubborn resistant bacteria and infections from our body system. Infections such as pelvic inflammatory diseases, urinary tract infections, gonorrhea and syphilis can be treated with this remedy. Herbal flushout treats all forms of STD, STI and degenerated diseases.